About a year and a half ago, I'm a pretty obsessed teacher. I'm always thinking about, does this lesson plan work? Does this one stink? Always trying to tweak it. And at my school, I have very high level elite students. So I was trying to think to myself, what is a fun, cool, 2023, 2024 way where I could broadcast to the community, to my colleagues, to other students, um, their brilliance in history and the conversations and discussions we have in class. And I wanted to showcase that. And so I listened to a lot of podcasts and I said, why don't I start a history podcast where I invite students who are awesome and dedicated to history, and we can have a conversation about what's going on in the country around them today, talk about history, talk about Lincoln, what he means to them, talk about their Declaration, their Constitution, just the stuff we cover in class. And I was like, a podcast would be a fun, awesome way to show the world, West Texas community, how brilliant my girls are at history. And so I started Room 107 podcast, a history talks, called it History Talks, came up with the cool logo. And I started this last year and I was recording on this Chromebook, right? So I would have our cool little logo here in the back of the room and I would have them around desks. But I had my kind of Chromebook in the middle. And I was like, well, this is a cheesy way to do podcasts. You watch, Joe Rogan and all these famous podcasters, they have the headphones, the microphones, the mixer. And I was like, man, I wish I could do that. LISD has one of our vendors. They're an electronics company, and I was looking through their stuff, and they had a four-person headphone set, microphone set, the mixer, the SD card, all the wires, everything you need. And our librarian last year sent a email about a grant, and I was like, this could work. So I applied, and I was fortunate enough y'all chose me, and I'm super honored by that. And so that's how it all got started. We recorded our first podcast on the actual equipment right before Christmas break. The genesis of the podcast for them was just talking about the whole semester, since it was a great way to end the semester since we were going to Christmas break. I included some current day questions of things going on in the country that they could voice their thoughts, their opinions on. And it was just great to hear them summarize and to conclude and to tell me who their favorite historical figure was of the semester, the most important event, the most critical document that we had covered in class, and then kind of tie that into some things going on in the country today. It was fantastic. I mean, I started this one for 8th grade, but I'm also the 6th grade history teacher. And I love my 6th graders to death. They're my favorite people, but I want to include 6th grade, talk about limited government, unlimited government, what they think, talk about, even my 6th graders can talk to y'all about what's happening in the country today, what they think, get their thoughts, their feelings, their opinions, tie it into class, and do it with some awesome, awesome equipment. So I'm not one to kind of toot my own horn, but when I won this award, I sent out a school-wide email. I was just so proud that I had won. And I told them that I'm starting this podcast idea and that West Texas helped me, y'all's foundation. And so I'll definitely be resending out the fact that, I got this. And if y'all have a great idea, apply. They are willing to help teachers in this situation.